Hey yo, we back. From MAGFest to Philly. We got Nelly and a pay to rock. We about to rock on this microphone, this one that you cannot see. MAGFest scarf, let's act like a tree, I don't know.
Welcome to Red Panda Post-Con Review, where we grade conventions, focusing on their social aspect, the party aspect, and the nightlife. My name is Pedrock, and with me is...
Nelly the Afro Bot.
And we're talking about MAGFest 2017, held at the wonderful Gaylord National Hotel. This year, everything about MAGFest was just massive and impressive. They... from issues early on with booking a hotel room because they sold out so quickly, to they had at least 16,000 badges sold. Ooh. And just they used up every space of the Gaylord Hotel. There were just rooms and ballrooms that I had never seen open, available and packed. What adds to really like the amazingness of MAGFest is how well it was run. Even though they had that many people there, no area was crowded.
No?
It wasn't hard to get in and out of the game rooms. It wasn't hard to walk through the gazebo area. It didn't take long to get into or out of concerts and panels. It was just a tight shift, evenly spread crowd because there was just something to do everywhere, and you just had to find your niche and go enjoy it.
They had the guidebook app, which was really, really helpful for scheduling, panels that you want to go to or concerts. They had outside the actual panels, you had these huge signs, and they would tell you, concerts this way, registration that way,
music that way,
music
jam
this way,
space over here. Even with the jam spaces were at pretty much choke points, and even though people were crowding around there, it didn't take up enough that it didn't messed up the flow. The ballrooms for the arcade, console, indie games, and merchants, those were huge and took up most of the people really well. It wasn't hot, it wasn't gross, it was just all around impressive. And if you went exploring and went into this little corner area, you found something. Like the Mega Man Marathon, that was out of the way, and still people were making their way over there and just hanging out and enjoying the show. It was incredible.
At the LAN room, usually it's always tucked away somewhere. I just opened up a random ballroom door, and it was boom, like a football field of just computers, and there's tons of monitors, there was a projection screen, and it was surprise after surprise. That's what MAGFest was this year.
The social aspect for MAGFest this year, for me, it was a little bit of a downgrade from last year. Last year, I didn't really have trouble walking around, talking to people, approaching people. And I don't know what it was this year. Maybe it was more me, internal, just having difficulty chatting people up. But I do think it was just the size. It was just so big, and being able to run across people was difficult. I'm used to being able to see someone. Maybe I want to talk to them and I don't get the chance to. But later on throughout the convention, I'll run across them again. That just wasn't the case here. If you didn't jump on that person that had a cool cosplay, if you didn't jump on that person that just had similar gear for your favorite musician or group or game, or that person you were attracted to, or that person that maybe you haven't seen in a while, it was pretty much a crapshoot if you were going to run into them again. And so I guess that's where it felt a little empty or lacking for me. I just didn't have as easier of a time chatting with people, and some of it was a little intimidation. People were in groups and traveling to certain locations. However, if you were at a more niche subset, like the tabletop room or the arcade room, whatever machine you decide to dominate, talking to people there was super easy. It was just easier to connect with, and it made passing the time a lot better.
There was something that I really liked about it. It did seem a little more low key with it, and kind of one challenge that I kind of stretched out for myself was that just ask people what they were looking forward to or what they're going to be doing. That's kind of how I found out about the Silent Hills movie premiere, which I was looking forward to. I didn't know where or when it was going on. But yeah, just speaking to people, a lot of people were friendly, which was good. The elevator times was good, little minute downtime to just ask people what they were doing, what they're up to, what's exciting, what's new.
Yeah, it was still the same MAGFest openness. It was just, I guess, when the point of approach was best was a little bit different this year.
Sure.
Previous years, it was kind of like anytime, really. But this year, you had to pick and choose your spots.
So starting with the nightlife, there was a lot of stuff happening this year. They were very busy, MAGFest, thankful for that. But they were doing a lot of things, especially in the large ballrooms, and they have a new space called MAGFest Underground, which was a new place kind of in the atrium area, which was off to the side, almost like a warehousey type area where they had metal bands, they had DJ events there too. Mm-hmm. So that was something that I thought was really, really amazing.
Mm-hmm. Atrium right next to the fountain, those ballrooms had never been opened before. I didn't even know there was a space in there. They opened it up and it was going all night long with just like a select group of performances. I guess maybe not necessarily the people that they can put on the big stage, on their big concert area, but still, I think it was more impressive than what was on the big stage. I checked out the big concert area and that was great and went on like obviously most of the night.
Yeah. It seemed like they went almost like extended hours than from what we're usually used to, because
the concert had the space that was your traditional concert that you want to go to, hang out. You had your space to move around, you had your big clusters, but this underground was just all night long. Like 5 a.m, we were, I guess, in our hotel rooms relaxing a bit, and the balcony door was open and we could hear it, and we had to go find it, and it was just going hard the entire night. It was really your more niche, you want to go enjoy some like offbeat type music, but it was definitely good music. And the rest of the convention was kind of like that. It doesn't close. Arcade's always open, console room's always open, and tabletop's always open, and you had something to do. Soapbox, so jam space. If you wanted to be up, you could find a place for yourself.
There's always something to do, always. The party aspect of MAGFest, there was a lot of kind of niche room parties happening too. And a lot of times those are kind of word of mouth, or you have to know somebody. And that's pretty good for like keeping things safe and organized.
It's very low-key type feeling. You kind of pretty much have to look for people that have pretty much their door open with the latch or something. And for something like that, it really is about testing the waters. Like if they're on your floor, you knock.
You go, hey neighbor.
Yeah, exactly. Hey neighbor.
Hey neighbor.
You say, how's your MAGFest going? You let them know where you are, and just see if they're open to having you in. This is great more towards the end of the convention because everybody's low on supplies, either snacks or drinks or sodas or whatever.
Ooh, tip.
And it's a good way of bringing people together, but obviously be respectful. If they just left their door open because they went to get ice, and they're not open to it.
Show up on their bed with like 2 bottles.
That's a shock and awe. And party-wise, it was a lot of low-key stuff from what we heard. It was people getting together, hanging out, listening to a playlist, but not for Red Panda Party. Red Panda Party had live performances.
There you go.
Because we had Nelly, the Afrobot, we had Big Rich, we got Zerp, DJ Zerp on the turntables, and we were able to pretty much throw a party every night. It started out very like intimate, just us. And we did that. We met our neighbors, and our neighbors couldn't really use their room anymore because people were sleeping. So we invited them into ours and combined their supply with ours, with our musical performance, with our lights, and we just had a blast. It was pretty.
It was really fun.
Yeah,
really fun.
I was surprised how filled our room got. That was kind of cool.
Yeah,
when
quick.
It was quick, and time passes very fast when you're doing that. You're pretty much busy, and unfortunately, we ended up getting shut down. But
it was around that time to kind of start waning it down, anyways. So.
That 4 a.m.
Security helped us out a little bit. So,
yeah.
But that was another thing too. Is like, it seemed like people were looking for stuff and kind of not sure exactly
where to go.
There was a lot more jam pods, so it's like people that would normally do stuff kind of just would hang out in the hallways and wait for their friends around there.
So I would say party was really good for us this year, but mostly because we opened ourselves up to it. But maybe for others it wasn't, because again, even after we got shut down, there were people that passed by our rooms and knocked, but it was just done.
Yeah.
So I think maybe open yourselves up a little bit more, at least to your group of friends and friends as a way of testing water and giving that to the people of MAGFest, because I think there definitely is a need.
Oh yeah, MAGFest to me, it almost feels like if you're in an RPG, it's like a village.
Yeah.
Like you get to know your neighbors. You're like, dun, dun, dun.
You gotta hit that A button.
Hey, you're like, dun, dun, dun. You there? And if they don't want to hang out, you at least just introduce yourself, especially if you're gonna be bumping loud music.
And although not recommended, like RPGs, some doors are unlocked and you can just go in. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
All right, Nelly, what do you grade MAGFest 2017?
I get to go first again?
You always go first.
Okay, that's fine. MAGFest to me is one bright, neon lit Ferris wheel.
You're just saying that because it's right outside the Gaylord.
Wrong. Figuratively, man. Come on, think about it. You're going on the Ferris wheel, you gotta wait in line, much like waiting for your registration badge. Okay. The anticipation builds, you see it, it's brightly lit.
It's all around you.
You hear the music, you get in, you settle with your friends, you take in the sights, you look out, then you hit that peak.
And then you kiss.
And then and then some of us might get a little bit more lucky than others, but and then you just kind of wane down a little bit, slowly, surely. But it always seems to end a little bit earlier than you expect it to. But
You want it to go around again.
you know what? Next year you can go wait in line, go back to that, take in the sights, come back around, and do it all again.
All right. Let's see. I would give MAGFest 6 buttons mashing, 5 bottles clicking,
Ooh.
4 cosplays groping,
Oh.
3 DJs bumping, 2 shots downing, 1 Gaylord sweet.
I'm not editing that. You can do it if you want.
And the reason is because there's too much that goes on. It's a whole experience. It's unlike any other convention, festival, event. The way they do it, the spirit of MAGFest, it's unique. And it just has so many different aspects. You have to find how you enjoy yourself and how you enjoy your time and do that. And you can do that, and you're always just gonna have fun. And I always give it highest marks.
Yeah, MAGFest is consistently always stepping up their game. We have to step our game, and it's something that we gotta wait until next year to see what's gonna happen for us, because we're gonna grow.
Yeah.
You're gonna grow. MAGFest is gonna grow.
All right, you can do the outro.
Fuck. Thank you for watching.
You're not doing the outro. All right.
Thank you for watching Red Panda Post-Con Review. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe on our video. Leave us a comment down below if you went to MAGFest, liked it, or didn't like it. Let us know if you saw us. We appreciate it.
And if you stopped by the room party, I got to meet a good bunch of people, but I was a little distracted. So do post below if that is it, and hit us on Twitter too, so that we can personally thank you. We were very appreciative that you made it a success and made it so fun.
Yeah, and make sure to keep an eye out for our podcast too, which we go into a lot more detail. And just
See you next year.
see you next year. We did it! I feel ripped.